Good, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad you guys are all here. I hope you guys had a good weekend. You guys are enjoying some good weather. Um, be sure to have your cameras on and you guys to participate because I want you guys to get your stipends. Today we're talking about investments, so it's a good time to start investing and just be part of the program and just help each other out. So we're gonna get into it. Like I said, this week we're gonna cover investments. So could we go to the first slide, please? The next slide, please. So last week we covered mindset fundamentals. Um, Alia Cardenas,
Yes.
could you please read the first bullet point?
Explored how a clear vision and SMART goals can turn big dreams into achievable steps.
From last week, what we talked about, or from what you know about SMART goals, can you talk about how a SMART goal could be achievable?
Yeah, using SMART goals, it's like easing you out your comfort zone. And then if there's something like a goal you want, that's like something you normally wouldn't be able to achieve, the SMART goals allows you to like take time and effort in order to reach it.
Awesome, amazing, thank you. Alumni Evelyn Ortiz.
With the second one, right?
Yeah, the second one, please. The same thing. If you could give an example after.
Learned learn that growth comes with embracing discomfort, following and setting stretch goals beyond our comfort zones. So basically, um, let me say it short. So basically, by what this means is being uncomfortable is okay. You know, being in an uncomfortable setting is preferred, but it's okay to be uncomfortable because being in being in uncomfortable settings makes us grow.
Perfect. Thank you. Now I'm gonna go to I think it's A Garcia. Is A Garcia there? 1875.
What happened?
Yeah, could you read the last bullet point and give
Oh
us an
yeah,
example? Yeah,
with the last one, right?
yeah, the last one.
With curiosity and consistent effort, we discovered how a strong mindset lays the foundation for success in the weeks ahead.
Can you talk about what that looks like or how you could use that?
Oh, talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
What's it look like?
like like when you're doing something like consistently, like you get better at it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, nah, that's a perfect answer. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm glad that you guys were able to share that from last week because I think this lays the foundation like what we're talking about moving forward through this semester. Like if we have a clear vision, um don't just be tunnel vision, like just don't look through a tunnel and just see straight ahead like nothing else, because you got to see what's around you. There might be opportunities over here, there might be something going on over here that might interest you, that could elevate you to help you out, and you grow from that discomfort or just focusing on progress, And the curiosity and consistency is, something you're curious about. You don't know you'll be good at it until you start practicing it, and this is gonna develop a strong mindset. So it's just things to look at as we move forward in the semester. So could we go to the next slide, please? Learning objectives. This is what we're gonna do this week. Let me go to Angel. Angel Mateo.
Yeah.
Can you read the top bullet point, please?
Understand how taxes, interest, and compounding work together to shape personal and national financial systems and recognize an impact of the early investment and factors on a long-term growth. Distinguish between saving and investing by examining how risk return and inflation can affect financial outcomes and can learn to align financial goods with appropriate strategies, explore common investments vehicles, and learn how to disverse, disversi-
Diversification.
diversification reduces risk and supports long-term financial stability and growth.
Thank you. And because some of these words it's hard for me to understand and I don't know them either, so I look them up. But diversification, diverse means having people from different areas or just people of different color and having different minds. Because if everyone thinks the same, there's no diversification, right? There's no other alternatives, but everyone's thinking the same. So if we saying on an investment, oh, let's all put our money right here, no one else is saying no, that might not be a good idea because it might not work out over there. So diversify is having changed. People don't think the same. Everybody brings a different perspective to the workplace, to education, or to wherever you're at, and that's going to go with you, travel with you throughout life. So just remember that word. It's a good one. Diversification. Um, so yeah, what Angel was talking about was what we're gonna learn today. So it's interest, compounding, how they work together, our financial systems, how they work, recognizing the impact of early investments. It's a good time early on and distinguish between savings, investments, examining risk, return, inflation. Inflation means how when there's a lack of resources, when maybe there's not that much agriculture, where there's not that many cows or a lot of fruits being grown. So if there's not that much land, because we're taking up land and buildings are being built, that means the price of vegetables might go up or the price of beef might go up. That's inflation. Or there's a lack of gas, maybe there's no gas or oil or whatever's going on. Being that there's a lack of those resources or materials that we use every day, prices go up. But when there's a surplus, meaning a lot of it balances out in prices. So that's what inflation means. And it happens at different times. It could happen in every sector. So it's always good to have financial goals, just to be thinking what you're going to do with your money. You guys are earning money right now. What are you going to do with it? What does it look like? And how could you invest in it? And using the appropriate strategies. So explore common investment vehicles. A vehicle is how you're gonna get something from here to there. So it's like if I have my money, a vehicle would be like the vehicle that I'm using to invest in is my local bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, whatever. That's the vehicle I'm using to gain interest, to get something out of it. Um, Diversification just means reducing the risk and supports long-term financial stability and growth. Where is my money going to keep growing, or is it going to plateau? That is it just going to stop? So the reason I'm sharing this with you guys a little more is because what we're going to do right now is you guys are going to go into breakout rooms and just try to recall everything that's on this learning objectives. And if you have any questions or you want to know something, put it in the chat or just have an open space and talk about it. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes in a breakout room. And if you guys want to know anything about compounding, what's a tax, what's all these systems, what's this mean? So when we go into the workshop later on, we could hopefully address those questions that you guys have. So right now, just take 3 minutes and talk to each other. in the breakout rooms. So Sheila, could we please go to breakout rooms?
Um, yes, definitely. Is it okay if we can make it four? Because there's gonna be like six students in one breakout room. So they
Yeah,
have.
for sure. That sounds good.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and break you guys now up. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys all had a good breakout room. So if anyone wants to, anyone has any questions or anything about what's going on, with the learning objectives or wants to learn more about something, um, could you just come off of mute and share, or you could just put it in the chat.
I got a question.
Yeah, come on.
So we're talking about taxes, like and all that stuff, but like I heard like people could like they could like they know how to like lower their taxes, but like I want to know how to do that. Like how do you do that?
Okay, so yeah, so lowering your taxes, I would say that for people that have a lot of money that they give. So the more you give, you get like tax write-offs, right? So tax write-offs is by giving a lot of money. But let's say that um I make a normal living, so I go to school, I pay rent, I pay my car and stuff like that. So having all those payments gives me more taxes back instead of not having nothing. So if I have nothing and it just shows that I'm making money, the state and federal tax, they take more from me. So you get it, but once you make a certain amount of money, it's like it's harder because you're not giving that much away because your expenses are higher. So you just got to be cautious that when you do live on your own or when you start supporting yourself, the more things you have to pay for is going to increase how much taxes you get back. So if yeah, that's the best way I could describe it. Like I'm not a money person, like I don't got a lot of money, I'm every day in the struggle, we making money. So I work full time, do this and just, trying to make the best life. So it's just I know for people that make a lot of money, they give a lot of money, but doesn't mean that they give a lot of money for good. They just give a lot of money so they don't have to pay a lot of taxes. Because if we had a lot of people giving a lot of money for good, we would have a lot more programs like this, and a lot more people would be getting help. So it's just thinking of it like that, Santana. But that's a great question, and yeah, thank you for it.
Thank you for answering.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. And just to give you an idea of something, look, I'll give you guys a good one, right? Because you talked about that right now. So you guys know who Jeff Bezos is, right? You know who Jeff Bezos is? The guy from Amazon or something, right? It's Amazon, right? So Jeff Bezos is a big time billionaire, everything, right? And he got a divorce from his wife named Mackenzie Scott. So Mackenzie Scott gets so much money from him. She gives it all to nonprofits. She gives it to schools, like 26 billion, like just giving money. You know why? Because she doesn't need that money. You see, and that's how some people that have money look at things like this is all extra money. And you know how much he gives? Nothing, like 110,000, like not like 110 million, I heard or something. But that's pennies compared to the billions that she's putting back in the community, putting in nonprofits, putting in educational systems. And it just goes to show that what some people with money do and what some people without that have money just want to hold on to it. So it's just good to like real things that go on like that. Is there anybody else that has a question or anything they want to talk about? Compound interest or financial outcomes.
How about on your breakout room, John?
Actually, it was Santana that has an interesting question.
Hell yeah, that's good. Santana's always shooting the threes. Got to make them. Thank you for that. But let's do this and because I know Emilia is our alumni and I hope she's here, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, could you maybe give a little example because I know you're familiar with this learning objectives today's workshop, what you maybe have learned over the past semesters?
Yeah, so personally for me, I think we talked about a lot, like in terms of like the budget sheets. That's something like that really stuck with me and how to save like the money. And yeah, it's like the one thing that stuck with me in terms of like the taxes and how to file that. I haven't necessarily gotten there yet.
Mhm.
Um, but definitely having access to like the taxes form sheets, that's like super helpful, and how to like what to fill out, how to put out like the necessary information. I think that's like super important to have. And then in terms of like investing and like saving, I think that's very, very important, especially like at least for me, I have a CD account. So I invest money on the side, and then every so often it'll be like a certain interest, like a percentage rate, and I'm able to gain money on the side. Maybe like depending on how much money, so you can put like $500 in, um, to like a certain like bank, and then you can possibly gain maybe like $100 extra, like 200, depending on like the interest rate. So that's just another way for you to gain money on the side. That's something that I've been doing since like the start of my freshman year of college, and I've been getting money here and there like a little bit. So that's one way that I would recommend you guys to have, possibly like look into the banks and like the potential interest rates that they might have. So sometimes like you can see like a bank and it might have like a 3.5% interest rate. And like the higher it is, the more money you can potentially get. So yeah, I highly recommend for you guys to do that if that helps out.
Thank you for that, Emilia, because what she's talked about right now is something that I just did. So I had a good amount of money saved up. I did a CD. I think it was like 4.1%. So out of the amount of money that I have, in 10 months, it's called maturity. Like it matures, you get a certain amount. And within a week, you go back to your bank and pull it out. Because that 4.1, after that 10-month window, goes down. So it might go to 3.5, 3.6. You don't get as much money as the first time. So some people have multiple bank accounts. You could think about that later on. But if you do it that one time when you got a good amount of money, you get that high percentage and then just pull your money back out. Because if not, your money just gains little interest in the bank. I just want to share that with you guys. But could we go to the next slide, please? Understanding interest and compounding. Simple interest, compound interest. Compound interest calculator. So this one's I'm gonna explain just because it's a little complicated. So simple interest is the amount of interest that you get monthly. So it could be like if you have $1, you're gonna get 10%. Let's say that's 10 cents. So you get $1.10. So it's gonna keep on building, right? The cost of borrowing money or the reward for lending and saving money. So when you give your money to the bank, they give you that 10 cents for having it in there because they loan that money out to someone else. Compound interest is at 10 cents over the 12 months. That could be $1.20 to your dollar. So now you have $2.20, but they're going to give you interest on top of that, 2.20. So that's compounding because now that you gained interest with them, you're also gaining additional interest. So what that looks like, just to give you guys an explanation of how they define it, or it's defined right here, it says compound interest. Interest is calculated on the original principal is your amount, and on accumulated interest. So that 10 cents that accumulates over the year, you get interest off of that too. So that's just what compound interest means. Does anyone have any questions about that? Like what that means, or why do you get interest, or okay, could we go to the next slide, please? This is your online workbook question. Let's go to alumni Evelyn. Evelyn Ortiz.
Yeah.
Could you
What do
please
you,
read?
yeah, I can read it. What do you think saving or investing earlier in life can make a bigger difference than starting later? Even if the monthly amount is small, how might this change the way you think about money now?
Thank you, Evelyn. think about what we just talked about, guys, when you answer this question. So I'm gonna give you guys your 3 minutes in the breakout room. Joanna, I think there's a question inside the chat about the workbook or something.
Welcome back, everyone.
All right, guys. So I hope you guys had a good workshop. So let me call on Angelo.
Yeah.
Angelo, what do you think about this workbook question? Did you have a good answer for it?
Hold on, let me read it again. Like if you start saving now, it'll be better for your future.
Yeah, but talking about what we were talking about, like interest,
Yeah.
maturity. But why do you think that matters?
So handle your money better.
Yeah, to handle your money better. Because if you put it in, thank you. Because it says, look at how they put the word earlier, like in italics. It's slanted, right? Because it's telling you that if I start saving money now, it's gonna build more interest over the longevity. So now if I start doing things with my money, that means later on it's gonna build up to more money instead of just putting it in and expecting it to grow. It's like watering the plants. You want the grass to grow. So you guys just gotta think about that. And it says, how might this change the way you think about money? And if you think about money as in growing something or whatever, it's going to be you want your money to mature. You want it to grow. So if you just like we're growing, like we grow every day, I grow every day, learn something new, I'm able to apply it. And so it's just thinking about investing in yourself at the same time. So thank you for that. Could we go to the next slide, please? Saving versus investment, risk, return, inflation, right? So let's go to Brianna.
Yeah.
Could you help me with saving? Like why you think saving's important, how that could benefit you maybe?
I think it's important because you could just save up for anything you might want or an emergency that you may have that could come like out of nowhere and you already have like money set aside that you don't really need but you just have.
Yeah, for sure. Great answer. Thank you. And I'm glad that she said emergency. Who thinks like that? No one, I know I would have not thought of an emergency. I'm just thinking about maybe I want to buy something for my car or just buy something, some food or something. But it's always good to have money for emergencies. So you put that money aside, right? So that's a great answer. So investing, um, what's investing look like? Let's go to Damien.
Investing is putting your money into another company and having and believing in that they can do good. That way they can pay you back and you can make more money.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think there's a problem with investing, Damien?
Sometimes the business doesn't go good and you just lose the money because you don't make the money because the business never went well.
Great answer. I love it. So that's why it says risk.
Wow.
There's a risk, right, guys? So we have a risk of investing. The company might fail. Thank you for that. Um, Inflation and real returns. So let's keep it going. Let's go to Eduardo.
Inflation is like when the value like increase, and I don't know what real return is.
So basically, it's like a real return, like something you're gonna get back, like it's gonna return to you. So maybe like investing, like what Damien said, if I invest in something that's booming, I'm gonna get a real return on it. Thank you for that. Fees, taxes, and cost. Let's go to Eric.
Yeah.
Could you talk about that? Like, what are fees? Where do you get a fee from? What's the tax taxes and like
Maybe
what?
from like a fee could happen when you like book a hotel and they like charge extra to like maybe like additional room services or something
Yeah, for sure. And what? Why do you get taxed? Like, what about the taxes? What's that part?
because of the government and for like
Okay.
I think like construction like tax or something. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And at all costs. Thank you, Eric. And that's a perfect example. It's like fees, like if you want to park somewhere, there might be a parking fee. If you want to cross a bridge or something, you might have to pay some type of fee. And taxes is that the state taxes us, all the time for purchasing goods. So it's just like everything at cost. So it's just to be more effective. Sometimes if you pay with money, you don't pay as much if you would pay with credit card. So it's just thinking, when is it the right time to pay like this? When is it the best time to build my credit? And it's just good to understand that. So no guarantees in investing. I don't know why it has an exclamation mark and says risk, but let's see if Jonathan, Jonathan Baltazar.
Um, what I talk about? Huh? Wait, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
No,
which,
look at the one I'm talking about is the one that says no guarantees in investing. What does that mean? Look at the exclamation mark
oh,
that says
oh,
risk.
oh, yeah. So like, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna come out with more money if you're investing. There's a there's chances where you don't get money back, you lose profit. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Thank you for the answer. Great answer. Um, let's go to Emilia. Could you help me with hosting and translate to him just about why is it important to saving? We're gonna go back to the saving one for him.
Which one do you want me to translate to?
Translate the first one, saving. Just tell him why he thinks it's important to save.
Justin, ¿estás ahí?
Sí.
Sí, ok, nomás ahorita te voy a traducir y estamos hablando de los ahorros y cómo es importante tener ahorros. En este caso, tener ahorros es importante porque en un caso de una emergencia, tú tienes un poquito de dinero acumulado y te puede ayudar para ciertos incidentes. Por ejemplo, si un familiar se enferma, tienes este dinero para ayudar a tus familiares.
Sí.
Mhm. Is there anything else that I should translate for him too?
Oh, that was great. Thank you for that, Emilia. So let's go to Juliana.
Yeah.
Could you help us with when to save versus when to invest? Like, what does that mean? Like, what do you think about that?
Um, to me, I think when to save is when you should save for like a car or like something like that, and when to invest is like for college or like a university.
Oh yeah, that was good. Good answer. Yeah, because yeah, so when to save and when to invest. Because maybe I'm gonna save too when I'm making money or when I have an opportunity to put some money in my pocket. I know it's a good time for me to save because I don't have no other expenses. Like I don't want to spend my money, and then versus when to invest. I know if I'm doing the college, like Juliana said, if I want to invest in college, if I want to go, that's also investing in myself because the payoff or the return from going to a vocation, learning a trade, or getting an education, I'm investing in myself. So not only is that investment's going to come back in real returns, like what it says right there, real return, that's could be a return that I'm going to get. So it's pretty important to understand that. So let's go to Kalo.
He's in the bathroom right now.
Wow, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Larissa. Larissa. Corona. We'll skip her. Let's go to Lena. Are you guys there?
Yeah.
All right, I knew you were there, Lena. You're always here, so good job. If you look at all these right here that we're looking at, could you tell me one of these that maybe you're doing right now?
Um, Probably saving.
And is there anything that you're saving for or that you just
Um,
fun?
no, I'm probably just saving, like, just in case.
Yeah, for sure. Great answer. Thank you for sharing that. And that just in case means that just in case it's an emergency, just in case I might need to buy some groceries, just in case I might need to help my family. And that's important, guys. Just always have money in the put away money just so you guys could have it. So let's go to Lionel.
Yeah.
Could you maybe tell us one of these, or maybe if there's more than one that you're doing right now that is helping you out?
Any of these?
Yeah, any of them on the saving or investment risk return station.
Like what I've known?
Yeah, yeah. Like, are you doing anything right now? Do you see like, man, this is costing more money, like to buy Nikes? Maybe it costs more right now because inflation. I don't want to buy them right now because they're brand new. Like, or savings, your savings for a reason, or whatever. That's something that applies to you.
Savings.
Savings. Is there anything that you're saving for, or you just like to have money for emergencies?
I'm just saving to see whatever comes up. See, like whatever nice comes up and I want it.
Yeah, for sure. It's good to have money put away, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lionel. All right, guys. So now we're gonna go to the next slide. Online workbook question. Lisa, Lara,
Yes.
could you please read this for us?
Describe a short term goal that you have and a long term goal. Which would you assign to saving and which to invest in and why?
Okay, thank you. So this is just a short-term goal, could mean today, tomorrow, next week. Long term could be a month or it could be longer than that. So I'm gonna give you guys your guys' 3 minutes to answer this question in breakout rooms. Uh, Let me see. Let's go to, is Kalo back?
Yeah.
Kalo, could you share with us maybe it's something that you wrote in the workbook, like a short-term goal and long-term goal?
I didn't do the long term one, but I did the short one.
All right, that's cool.
But the short term goal is like to have like money to invest. Like,
What'd you say? Have some money to invest?
like to have money like to the side so I could like buy stuff by myself.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a good one. Thank you for sharing. Um, let's go to Luz. Is Luz there? Luz Luna Castro?
Yeah.
Could you share maybe what you wrote on the your workbook or something else?
I would say a short-term goal that I have is just saving money, and then a long-term goal is just like saving money up for like the car I want.
Yeah, for sure. Great answer. Thank you. What about Noel?
Um, a short-term goal that I set for myself was to just get grades above a B this semester.
Man, that's a great one. Good stuff, man. Um, let's go to the next slide, please. Common investment vehicles. Remember, a vehicle just means that how something gets from A to B. It's like how do people pass information? A newspaper is a vehicle because on that newspaper, it's giving you a lot of information about a lot of different things. So it's just a different way. Like social media is a vehicle because it translates information to you guys. So let's go to Maya.
Yeah.
Maya, could you read all of these for me, please? All of them, like there's six of them, I think.
Stocks, equities, bonds, fixed income, mutual funds, and ETFs, pooled funds, real estate, real assets,
That's all of them. Diversification.
diversification, assets classes, retirement, tax advantage account.
Do you know what all of these are right here? Or is there one that you want to know
No,
about? Which one don't you know?
all of them.
Okay. So let's go to let's see. Richard.
Yo,
Hey, how's it going? Could you share maybe what stock equities is or bonds, fixed income?
stock equity is like you put money into something and like it goes up over time.
Yep. Bonds.
Bonds, fixed income's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
So it's just where you put money and they hold it. It's like a bond, so like a check. Mutual funds is a fund that you get more money from it. Real estate, real assets, owning a car, not making payments on it. That's like a asset, a real asset. Diversification assets, people having jewelry and stuff like that. Retirement, tax advantage accounts. Retirement is something good, guys, because I work two different jobs and they give you like retirement. So as long as you work for them, you keep building money. And there's certain things where you could put like 3% of your check, 5% of your check, 7%. Like they give you different options. So if you want them to take more money, they match that amount of money. So if I'm putting 500 every month, they'll say, "Oh, you want to put 500? We'll put 500 too." So you're building a retirement. That's good. So sometimes you always want to do the highest percentage because you get the most return, especially if someone's giving you free money. So it's like, why do 3% when you could do 7? So that's just something to think about. Um, Ronnie,
Yeah.
how's it going? How have you looked at like what we've been learning today?
Um, like what I think about what we learned.
Yeah.
What I think about what we learned is it's really important, especially if you don't really think about it, because I mean, this is like retirement. Like the second you like get your first job, that's something you could put half of that money into stocks. I mean, if you want just I can't call it easy money, but it's not the hardest as long as you learn about it. It's not the hardest, and I mean some of this stuff you would still need to learn about, like real estate. It's good, but it's also bad because uh the original amount that you buy it may not be the same like in a couple of years. It could depreciate, so it's a good thing.
No, yeah, awesome. Thank you, Ronnie. And that's great. He said something that we haven't talked about. Depreciate means that, like if you have a car, every year it's going to depreciate maybe by $6,000. So things depreciate. Something that appreciates is probably gold because gold doesn't lose its value. So that's a good comparison. This versus this. It's just good to understand that. Let's go to Santana.
No, which one do I read?
No, just I want you to just cover because I know you're on it. Could you just share about maybe something that you would like to share with people about what you learned from this financial class today?
I would say like just like investing, like learning like what to invest in, how to invest, just like the fundamentals of like just like money in general. I would say like that's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. And that's it. That's all we gotta know, the practical, like the simple part. Because when it gets too complicated, all that happens is we get confused. So if I know ABC, later on I'll figure out DEF. Everything comes aligned. So that's it's just good practical knowledge, guys. You guys always gotta lay the foundation. So Sarah or Sari Palacios,
Hi.
hello. Can you talk
Hello.
about that something that you learned from that class today or something that maybe resonated with you?
Um, I think about like what we just talked about, like the depreciation of things.
Yeah.
I think that's very important because, well, I think like this, right? A car has depreciation because it loses its value. So I think that knowing where you want to invest is also something that we should start thinking about because when we invest at such a young or earlier in life, I think it has a big or a huge effect when you're older. Instead of working a 9 to 5 job, you could be your own boss, working at your own store or being your own designer or whatever you want to call it, but you don't have to be under the rules, you know? Like your financial freedom. I think that's something that I learned.
For sure. Thank you. Yasleen?
Um, Something that I learned today was about how works tax. I mean, like how taxes work and about the real estates and that stuff.
Thank you very much. Thanks all for sharing. So, can we go to the next slide, please? Now, you guys are going to have 3 minutes to do the workbook question. So it says, why diversification spreading across assets often safer than putting all money into one stock? Diversify, spread it out, right? You got multiple channels to put your money in instead of putting it in one stock. So why is that important? So you guys could go into the breakout room now.
Hey Raymond, I'm not so sure if we could finish the breakout room right now because it's already
Yeah. If you want, yeah, we'll tell them we could bring them back in a minute.
okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to go over because I know you guys are late night too, huh?
No, it's fine. I'm just worried about the timing. It's
Yeah,
already
me too.
we
I
have
know.
five
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Do 1 minute and then we'll do the 90-second work the survey.
Okay.
Thank you. Good one. Yeah, because I don't want man, I'm surprised it lasted so long, huh?
I know it's a lot. Other facilitators as well are having a hard time.
With the timing and stuff. I'm so sorry. I got still busy on the other line. My brother just told me he's gonna stop his course right now, and I was so worried. I paid for that. I was like, "What? Again? You're gonna choose another course? What the?" I don't even know.
Okay, I'm gonna close all of the rooms right now.
Okay.
Or
All right, guys, welcome back. I didn't want to hold you guys up too much because I don't want you guys to stay late or anything, but we're gonna get to the 90-second workbook time. So go ahead and take the 90 seconds to complete the survey, please. And then when you come back, I'll have announcements, or you could just do them right now. right, guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna go through the announcements real quick with you guys. So we have the field trip coming up at Junior Achievement Finance Park. The date of it is February 7th and the 14th. RSVP deadline is January 30th. The night speaker series is Miller McCoy. And you see the points what Joanna put in the chat too, guys. You guys get points. So the speakers, Miller McCoy, February 2nd, RSVP, January 30th. Student leader form is open now. I hope all you guys put it in because you guys are all in my class. So you guys are all leaders. Go ahead and put that in. Student leader form is now open because if you're all leaders, you're all going to show up and you're all going to get incentivized. So it's good. College math program. You guys know who's the college match? Free Mustang. Look, this is an important one. If you guys do this, it's gonna be in the chat. Get it. You get free tickets. Do 4 tickets. You can invite 3 friends with you. So you get a ticket and then you do it 3 more times. You get 4 free tickets. It's something good. It's like being at Universal Studios, but with Ford Mustang. So you get a big old video like IMAX. Check it out. It's called a Ford Mustang Immersive Experience. It's in the chat. You get 4 tickets. Take 4 people with you. It's a great experience. Um, and it says travel through and cultural multi-sensory Mustang adventure, explore iconic Mustang movie moments, experience an exciting 4D thrill ride, and it's for free, so it's good. Get it. And the last one is First Gen U Career Institute, Spring 2026, now open. The programs is designed to support first gen college students like you in exploring careers and building professional skills for alumni only. So this is for alumni. Um, I want to say we're right on 3 o'clock, guys. You guys have a great day. Be safe, and I'll see you next week. Take care.
All right, bye everyone. See you guys next week. Send us an emoji before